Rock On Beer viewers, welcome back to the spare bedroom. Everything is kind of getting back to normal here. You can see I'm back. I'm back in the spare bedroom. The cat is lurking off to the side here, waiting to ruin my shot. So everything is getting right with the world. This is a super this is the Fuck It Double IPA, which you would have seen in this video up here that I'm pointing at the link for. I hope. Yeah, it's done. It's carbonated. It's in the keg. It's ready to be drunk, and I'm drinking the first ones on camera. So cool. But it is a double IPA with just a ton of hops in it. So it's pretty gunky. This beer has definitely. Oh, let me show it to you here. Look, I can't see you through it. You definitely can't see me. I mean, I don't know if you can pick up how opaque it is, but it's pretty bad. I know definitely a lot of people have mentioned gelatin and all kinds of other finings. I definitely am going to start using that. I'm going to do some videos on the results of that. I didn't do it for this beer, just for the whole. I mean, it's a beer, you know what I'm saying. It's my kitchen sink beer. I brew it like every 4 or 5 months just to get rid of like small packages, small bits of malt that are left over, small packages of hops that are cluttering up the freezer. So it's a beer that I'm gonna drink. My friends are gonna drink. I'm not entering in any competitions. I'm not really looking for a really super perfectly brewed, awesome ultra beer that I can brag about. Just kind of looking for a beer to drink. And here it is. It's a beer, and I'm about to drink it. So, yeah, let's get into it. So if it looks really bad, it does. It looks terrible. It's, I really do need to get into finings. You guys are totally right. Everybody out there, totally right. I need to do finings on my beers because beers always taste pretty good, but a lot of my hoppier beers, they always look like dirty dishwater. So, whatever. All right, let's take a look at this. It's got a really nice head on it. You can see all the lacing while I've been sitting here rambling. It's the head's been dying down a little bit, but I mean that's gonna stick around for the whole beer. It's got flecks of hops in it. That's cool. Smell, it's dank, super dank. Keeping with the giveness of this beer, I actually didn't write down the hop quantities or varieties. It's mostly the hops that are left over from that crazy IPA that I made, which I'll also link the video to. So there's about 6-7 different kinds of hops in here, mostly like it's mostly on the dank side, so it's like Chinook, Mosaics. There's some Citra in there. A little bit of Amarillo, which is I definitely can get the Amarillo. There's some like bubblegummy. It's that kind of smell that you get when you mix a lot of different hop varieties together, which my brain always interprets as bubblegum. So, but this is some piney ass bubblegum. I mean, there's definitely some pine, some dank. Some citrus in there, and then some spice because this is a rye beer. And, I didn't talk about what was in the beer, I don't think, last time. So I've got I got kind of the brew sheet here. You can see that it's completely torn, and it's just got a bunch of random crap on it, including, someone drew some penises on it. It's a double IPA. What do you expect? There's got to be penises on the brew sheet, and it's got to be all crumpled up and torn, and that's beside the point. All right, so we got 2 kilos of Maris Otter in here. We got 2 kilos of Pils. We got 2 kilos of Pale Ale. We got 2 kilos of Munich 16 EBC. 1.5 kilos of rye, a half kilo of melanoidin, and then as you saw in that video, we got really terrible extraction, so there's actually a half kilo of sugar in here as well. Yeah, so there you have it. It's a real, like, just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, kitchen sink beer, definitely. But it's definitely hoppy. It's got about 200 and some grams of dry hops in it. The same hops that were used in the boil. So it's definitely got a really nice hoppy smell. And I mean, obviously, you can see that from the head that the melanoidin and the Munich and the rye really kind of give it a really cool head. Let's just get into it, though. It's pretty good. Definitely maltier than I imagined it was going to be. It has a nice hop flavor. It has that kind of juicy, where the nose is a little bit danker, with the kind of juicier hops hidden a little bit below that. The juicy hops are much more prevalent in the taste. Definitely get like that mosaic, that really weird mosaic, not weird, but you know what I'm talking about, that really distinct kind of mosaic and citra taste. A little bit of Chinook in the back, a little bit of dankness, a little bit of spice. A lot of rye on the end, a lot of rye in the maltiness of it. It's that spicy, like, tongue drying rye. And I'm a guy who really loves rye, but this is on the edge of a little bit too much rye, because it mixes with another flavor I'm going to talk about here in a second. But I think the hops came out really nice. The only thing about it is, even though it's got that kind of high alcohol-y beer where you can kind of tell that it's high alcohol, because we said, F it. I don't actually know what the OG of this beer was. I know it was in the high 1070s, and it dried out considerably. It dropped to actually, USO5 is a monster, so it dropped to 1.009, but it's got that kind of harsh, not the harsh alcohol like you would get from like a really young barley wine where it's like cheap vodka, but it's definitely there. And I can tell you that when we brewed this, it was during a hot snap here in Denmark, so we wanted to put it in the fridge, in the fermentation fridge, but the motor happened to burn out on the fridge, the freezer, whatever. And we couldn't, so we had to brew it at ambient, and it sat at about between 22 and 24 degrees ambient in our fermentation chamber, which I do not like for ales. It's within the yeast's tolerance, but I prefer to ferment at 19, 20 degrees Celsius. And I think that provided a little bit of harshness in the flavor, that it kind of, and it might have even gone over that because it got really hot here. So I would guess that there's a good chance that some of this like alcohol type taste is from the yeast being too hot, or from the temperature fluctuating too much. But of course, the ridiculous amount of hops go a long way to hide that. All in all, it's a really nice beer, super dry, definitely West Coast inspired. Even given the color, it's definitely ultra dry, ultra hoppy. It's a good double IPA. I'm gonna really enjoy drinking this. I'm yeah, it's just going to be my drinking beer for the next little while, because we've got competition beers coming up that I'm not going to be able to drink. And then, yeah, so this is going to be my drinking beer for a while. And good thing you know, for my house beer, good thing I've got, an 8% double IPA on. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching me ramble my way through this. It's been a few weeks since I've gotten to do one of these videos, so I've probably gone on a bit longer than I would normally. But I miss you guys. I miss you. I miss you. You specifically, right there. Yeah, you. You know who I'm talking about. I'm back on track. New computer, new everything. I'm gonna be doing videos like nobody's business. And if you are interested in videos like nobody's business, remember to subscribe, of course. Like this video, comment, leave me a comment. Tell me how ugly my beers look. Tell me how ugly I look. Who knows? I don't know what you're going to say down there. But, until next time, as always, cheers. Oh, it's an ugly beer.